Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Shamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Shagana Vavatu Sakana Punatu Sakaviryam Karabhavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vairasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. Good morning. So I know, thank you for coming even for the long weekend. So we will have this class and then we will have, I think next week Balaji will come and Balaji will take the Ramakarnamatam. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. So we are in the second Valli of Prathama Kanta of Kathopanishad. I have to keep on giving the context back to you because it's not to bore you with the same thing, but it has to really register in your mind. And every time when you discuss it, it opens up a different door for you to comprehend. The question that Nachiketa asked as a third bone is a very interesting question. If the question is not interesting to you yet, that means we have to wait for that to arrive in our mind someday. But if the question is interesting because the answer is something which you never thought of, therefore you have a curiosity, that means your mind is focused towards Shreyas. What is the question? After death, what am I going to be? Is there an existence or not existence? So we don't ask this question normally. Death is something we are afraid of, but we normally don't think of it in the young age. But when something happens to somebody who you love, then there is a momentary shock. And there is an acceptance of the fact. Because it is the truth, you accept it, and you cope with this, and you forget it. So this is this kind of a revelation of the truth for a momentary recognition, and then forgetting that and getting into the avidya is samsara. To contemplate that, do I exist after death or not? If it is completely finished, I have no more after the death, then all those shastras are waste of time. God is waste of time. If life is a start and end, that's finished, I have no more existing. Why there is a dharma? Why should I be good to anybody else? Why can't I just grab whatever I want to make me happy? Like Charvaka says. So, no, there is something. There is a continuity of life. That's the reason why we do karmas, we seek swarga. So the tathparyam of Nachiketa's question is not any doubt about existence after the death. Understand that. He's not asking for it. He knows it, that we exist. But the question is actually asking the Guru, teach me, what is that form of me? My body shuts down there. The body is the only one I see as me. It is burnt, it's buried. And if I still exist, what am I? Who am I? Atma Vidya. And Yamadhar Maharaja was very pleased. This question is a great question he asked. But a child, even very devas are having the doubts about this question. How can this little boy can ask about it? So he's basically saying, look, I don't think I can give you this answer. I will give you something else. And whatever he offered, he did not take it. Pleased, he decides that, okay, I'm going to now give him what he wants. That is an Atma Vidya. We saw briefly, I said, knowledge is of three types. Knowledge about everything other than you in this world that you need to transact with. Banking, accounting, maths, physics, chemistry. All that you have to learn to relate to the people, relate to the world, make your living is called Bodha Vidya. That is infinite because the Prakriti is infinite. So how many times, how many ways you study is not going to end. It is very exciting. It opens up new doors. You have new inventions, technologies. Mindlessly will go, infinitely will go. Then for those of us who really take a step back and say, I do this Buddha Vidya, I learn whatever I need to learn, but there must be a cause for all these things. So there must be a commander, there must be a master, Ishvara. So while I study about the objects and then acquire a profession and money making, whatever I do, don't I have to really heed to the Creator? Therefore, who is this Ishvara? How do I please this Ishvara? I don't know him, somewhere he is there. But my action should please him because he is the karma palatatta. He is the one giving me pain and pleasure. Therefore, I must please him. Therefore, there's a Ishvara Vidya, and Vedas gives you in so many different ways, and we make our own ways. We create so many sects, Saivam, Vaishnavam, Saruvakam, Ganapatyam, whatever you want to call, different forms of Ishvara, different worship of Ishvara. So we are going there in a path where something must really exist inferentially. And Vedas say so, but I don't know it, I will please it. Therefore, I get all those pravrittis, I will get Swarga, good life, Dharmartha Kamam happens to me. I think both he has already, Nachiketas knows. The Nachiketa Agni is a profound form of Ishvara Vidya. Because Nachiketa Agni makes the Devas, demigods, and Ishvara to be happy. So he already got that. But he is not interested in that. At least the world I can see, therefore the Buddha Vidya gives me a tangible pleasures I can do. Ishvara gives me adrishta balam. I need to have a lot of Shraddha. Shraddha Bhakti is needed. Therefore, Ishvara Vidya is very profound, but it is not final. It is not final. Why is that? I need to work on something which is certain for me. Nobody has told me, nobody has come back from Shraddha and told me Shraddha is like this. I need to have a lot of Shraddha. I may experience Shraddha. I don't know. There is always this doubt. That's the reason why even the great scholars in us who follow through the Anmega path, they don't buy these concepts. They will argue intellectually, oh, there is no Swarga. Swarga is all in the mind. They try to convince themselves because they lack Shraddha. You cannot say something not existing because you have no authority, because you are not verified everywhere. Time and space are very vast. You can only say, I do not know. I do not know is Satyam. But I cannot say there is no God, there is no Swarga, there is no Naraka, there is no Devaloka, Indraloka. You cannot say that because you have not seen it. So if you have to follow that Nachiketa Agni, all this karma anushtanam, karma bhajanas, with the kamya karmas, you need lot of shraddha. So it's always called bhakti shraddha. You need. But I want to start where there is certainty of it. There are only two things you can be certain. Do you know what they are? One is death. That's why Nachiketa got hold of death. So death is something which I need to understand, contemplate. What is the other one? Strangely, the other one is life. Life of, I cannot talk about life of anything. Life is me, my existence, my awareness. Even if the room is become darker, all the lights are put off. I may not be aware, I may not really confirm that you exist anymore in this room. You might have sneaked out, but I am sure I exist. My existence does not require any evidence, any pramanam, because swashta rupam. My anubhavam is there, my anubhuti is there. I know I exist. I don't need any proof. You see? So, what is better to start with? Start with something which you are absolutely certain. Therefore, there is no need of any shraddha to be nourished because you have shraddha in yourself. Abundance of confidence that you exist. Even a lunatic will say that he exists. I only know that. I don't know anything about my existence. So if I have to therefore turn my attention while I do this Buddha Vidya for my life earnings, Ishra Vidya to achieve some sort of a redemption in my life after death, go somewhere, Swarga, or to give me peace. But I have to do this Atma Vidya to really understand who I really am. One part is Saturn, my existence, Sat. Well, I don't think it's Saturn. That's what Nachiketa is asking. I exist. I don't know if I exist or not. I exist. I don't need any pramanam for it. I don't need Vedas to tell me I exist because I know I exist. Swayam Prakasham. But do I exist after death? Because death also I know Satyam. Everything else is Mithyatva. Even Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Bhagavan Shankara, Ramanuja, all these great people come. Avatars came, they gone. So death is certain. So when I take this true certainty of Atma Vidya, that's why when you go to Vedanta and Atma Vidya, death and the death's correlation to sleep, sushupti, are always studied. Death is no more amangalam. Death is not amangalam. Death is the revealer of the truth. Death is the screen that is covering you in this samsara bandham. It removes it. Death is a transition state. Death brings you who you really are. In other words, the death becomes one with the life. You become immortal. See, this is Atma Vidya. So this is what Nachiketa asked, and this is what the Lord of Death, who else can teach it? As a guru is going to impart it. We are going to see all those things. I mean, it's full of this kind of like discussion going to be there after Shloka 14. So, uh, see, you are not here to acquire knowledge. It's not that you're going to learn this shloka, adhartha. That's all just side benefits, byproducts. Vedanta is not about acquiring knowledge. Vedanta is to shed the ignorance, avidya. Avidya what? Not Buddha Vidya, not Ishvara Vidya. Vedanta is not going to tell you any upasana and say, look, Vishnu better than Shiva, or Muruga better than Valli, or Lakshmi better than Saraswati. No. Vedanta is not going to tell you, give you diksha and say, do this mantra japam, parayana japam. No. All that is in the upasanas. You need them. You get egagram, you get chittasuddhi. Because when you more and more you do those things, that act itself will take you away from those acts. Just, just have to think back, elders in your family or even yourself. Your devotion has not diluted, but your rituals have come down compared to your ancestors. As you progress, you start realizing it. But you come to the state because you did those dharmic karmas. Sandhyavandana you must do, puja you must do, abhishekam you must do. Bhakti is very important. Bhakti is two types. Bhakti as a sadhana and bhakti as a sadhyam. Bhakti as a sadhyam is jnanam. The bhakti that you have with the Swami that you like, Ishtadevada, Kuladevada, it's called Anya Bhakti. Anya Bhakti means the devotion, the love that you put on something that is different from you. You have to go to Sri Rangam to see the Lord, because only Sri Rangam the Lord is there. Or go to Chidambaram to see the Nataraja. Anya Bhakti. You need that. If 99.9% of the people are like this, world is different. Duality. Differences, you don't need Vedas to tell you. You can see, open the eyes, you see the differences. But then you realize the Anya Bhakti become Ananya Bhakti. Ananya means Ananyam. It means you are not loving God that is existing somewhere. You're loving the God existing in you. I don't need to go to Tiruvannamalai or Srirangam, Chidambaram. If you go, fine. But I'm here. Ganga is not somewhere else. Ganga is inside me. So that is Ananya Bhakti. So the Bhakti has to become Ananya Bhakti. For that you need to have Jnana. How can I say worshipping Lord Venkateshwara at Tirupati, going there and worshipping is equal to worshipping in my mind. Then you have to compare the Ishvara Vidya and Atma Vidya. Atma Vidya is eternity. What is Saturn, what is Satyam should be the Ishvara. But it throws a big spanner in us because the way that I'm saying now is somehow very casually I'm equating the Venkatesh of Tirupati or Shiva of Mount Kailash as something that is inside me, therefore it is me. How dare I say this? So a lot of great jnanis, scholars oppose this kind of ideas. You can never be the God. You are just a spark of it. At least they come to the level of understanding that's a spark of it. What is a spark? It's not the spark contains a whole universe inside. So therefore, if you take that approach, then it is eventually going to lead you to a proposition that Atma Vidya is also Ishvara Vidya, because the Atma that is in me is in you, in the cow, in this donkey, in the pig, in the thief, vanchate, parivanchate, great robber's mind, looter's mind, everywhere this is there. So therefore, it is all pervasive. If it is all pervasive, all existing, that is Ishvara. So I am not different from Ishvara, but I don't know this. And you will never know it because you need a guru to show it. Even the Parashivam cannot know it. How can I see? How can the seers see? My eyes can never see me, see the eyes itself. It's seer. Well, I can see in front of the mirror, I can see. Yes, the mirror you see the Pratibimbam. Very sadly, you can never see yourself. You can only see your projection on something else. And you accept it, that is you. You see, you need a medium. If the Shivam is that universal consciousness, Ishwaram, whatever God name you can say that, just a name. He or she or it cannot see itself. Do you understand? If I cannot see myself, I am the Drik. So is Ishvara. Is it a handicap? No, it's not a handicap. It is Paripurnatva. There's nothing to see, nothing to know, nothing to see. Buddhists took it as shunya. Nothing, they took it as a word to say nothing else is there. Nothing else is there means Purnatvam is there. Nothing else means there is nothing other than the Ishvara. Understand? There's nothing to understand. Just have to just put it in your mind. So that's the reason why the Mahashakti is called Vimarsha Rupini. Vimarsha means just to inquire. So the Parabrahmam Shakti came and then created a form, a world, a Nischala water, a Ganges water. The king goes, the lion goes into the stream and looks into this water, he can see the face. I am the lion. We do that every day. We are in the absolute Sushupti state of deep sleep. Don't know who we are, but we are Paripurnatvam. That's ignorance there. That's fine. But just for comparative state, I'm saying. But when you get up in the morning, the Nischala sees itself in the nirmalam of the mind. The mind it reflects, then the aham vritti comes in. Aham vritti means I am, I exist. So when you get from deep sleep, for a fraction of a second, there is nothing there. You don't know what it is. Then very quickly, the mind shows like that I exist. Ahankar, aham vritti comes in. So all this is we are going to discuss that. This is what the Atma Vidya is all about. What Yamadharmaraj is saying in the first four mantras, he wants to convince himself because this knowledge I am going to pass it on to this child, and I have injunctions in the Vedas that I cannot really impart this knowledge to anyone who is not qualified. It is not to keep the secret. You just cannot give this to someone who is not ready for it yet. So he wants to convince, and he got convinced. Now he's putting in words to Nachiketas, hey, I'm convinced you are fit for the purpose. Now, how does he say that? He says that by showing how the whole humanity lives in this world in two paths. We don't even know that there are two paths, but we exist in two paths. One is called Preyas, another one is called Sreyas. And he says these two can never be together. They are completely different. You choose one or the other. And if you choose one, you go in this way, the one you go in the other way. But you chose the path which is the path leading to liberation, Atma Vidya. So in the first mantra, we saw in the last class, Anya Shreyo, Anya Dudaiva Preya, Te Ubhe, Nanate Purusham Sinitaha, Tayo Shreyaka, Adadanasya Sadhuku Bhavati, Hiyate, Artatya, Upreyo Pranite. Anya Shreyo. Shreyaha Anyat. Shreyas is one path. Uta, that means and. Preyaha Yeva Anyat. Prayas also a different path. So he's saying Shreyas is one path, Prayas is one path. Te ube. Of those, in these two, Nanarte Sinitaha Purusham. Nanarte means in so many different ways and different destination. Sinitaha Purusham. Purusha means here human beings. It ties down these followers of this true path in one particular way. That means if you take up prayers will take you in one particular direction and give you a particular benefit. Prayers will do the same thing. But one who Shreyaha, Tayoho, Shreyaha, Adadanasya means one who analyzes and selects Shreyaha, Sadhu Bhavati. He attains auspiciousness. Yuhite Artat Prayer. Who Yavrinidya, one who chooses prayers, Hiyate, indeed, Artat, Yuhite, Artat, here Artha means the moksha, the supreme goal. What he's basically saying, Shreyas will take you one path, Prayas will take one path. And all the human beings follow this path. And you and I will say, hey, nobody told me this. My path is basically study this engineering course, go there, make money, live. Nobody, these two words are never taught in my school. No, my parents did not tell me there are two paths to go. Unfortunately, we didn't have the Vedic education there. But never mind. Now, am I saying if you look at your life, the things that you choose in your life decides one or the other path. So, what is prayers? There were some interesting questions also came. I think Mukund raised the question, and one of my other friends sent me a question. I will answer them. Prayers is that which is sought to give you sukham. You do prayers because you want that enjoyment, that sukham. What is sukham, you don't know. But you think it is not dukkham, it is give me happiness. You will understand what is actually sukham means. So if I eat ice cream, it makes me happy. I eat ice cream. But if I take ice cream 3 or 4 times, I get cold, cough. It is not actually doing me any good, but gives me pleasure. Prayers. You doctors say go for a walk every day. Do a jog, mild jog. It's terrible to do that. Getting up from the bed, putting the trainers, going in the cold weather, running for some time. It's a lot of inertia. It is not giving you the joy, but you are forced to go do that. You do that after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. You look fit. Goodness comes in. So one definition of prayers and shreyas is prayers is sought for your pleasures and it may give you pleasure. But normally it doesn't give you good things, goodness. Shreyas is always give you goodness, but it may not be pleasurable. Question is, that means Shreyas is always not pleasurable. No. I do social service. It gives me joy. So I really do it because it gives me joy. Is it not a praise? Yes, if you are doing it because it gives you joy, it is a praise, a good praise. It's not Shreyas. Shreyas is when you do it because it makes somebody happy. Shreyas may not start with Sukham, but always end with that Sukham for you. The destination is very clear. You'll always be happy at the end of it because goodness is always gives you happy. Prayers may start with Sukham, never gives you. But can therefore prayers give both Sukham and goodness? Of course, it will do Sukham and goodness. If I enjoy jogging from day one, I take it with open mind, it's going to make me good. It is painful, but I'm going to enjoy it. It is Sukham from day one. Jogging is goodness, but it is painful, but the pain I start enjoying it. See, what happens? You redefine the Sukham. Sukham is no more lying down on the bed. Sukham is also putting the trainers on because you relish the thought of being fit in 1 month's time. Now, I'm saying here relatively Shreyas praise, but this is not the Shreyas definition. We'll go gradually. So praise is purely sensory pleasure, sensory enjoyment, or you do with the desire that you want the pleasure, self centered. I am doing all this yajnam because I want to attain Swargam. I want to be with Tilottama and Urvashi. Yes. But if I do this karma yoga, if I do seva, and I just now said I do it because it makes others happy, or it does do more than happy, it gives goodness to others. Like if I am giving a child, if I go and collect all those poor children not educating, bring them into this house and give them education every day, I'm not giving sukam to the children. Other children like it. I'm giving hitam to the children. You're doing shreyas. You see the difference. So what is this sukam then? When I eat an ice cream, I feel happy. When I share a joke, I feel happy. When I see a close friend of mine, I feel happy. Sukam. So that friend who comes and talks to me gives me happiness. So he is an object of happiness to me. So I superimpose what I'm expecting as happiness on that embodiment of my friend or the eating the ice cream. So what is actually the sensation comes in, the ice cream sweet smell goes into your nose and the sweetness goes to your tongue and the sensory organs get excited for a momentary time. You get a chemical reaction, you start enjoying it. That's a pleasure. Witnessing the pleasure is giving you sukha. The pleasure we cannot control. Sukham or dukkha we can control. Fire will burn you no matter what. The sensory pain, you cannot avoid it. But the pain, you can bear it if you want to. So Sukha Dukkham is not therefore the consequence of an objective interference to your senses. That's how it appears to be normally. But it is how you react to that. So therefore, Sukha Dukkham is not in the object that I am dealing with, but is in my way of handling the objects I'm dealing with. Okay, I understand, intellectually understand. But how does this joy comes to my mind? If not, the object doesn't come there. No, I have already told you decouple the sukha dukkham from the object. I rationalized for you. Therefore, if it is coming, it may be coming as an example of this object coming near me. But it is coming irrespective of the object because it is coming from me. The object is an excuse. Sometimes I can think of ice cream, I feel saliva in my mouth and I feel joy in my mouth. It is not there physically. So if therefore the sukha dukkham is coming from within, if it is coming from within, what is within me? Is it dukkham or sukham? It's called ananda. I exist as satyam. I exist as anandam. I got two definitions of Atma. Sat and anandam. What is anandam? Anandam is what you enjoy in the deep sleep. No pain, no fear, nothing. It is not a sensory ecstasy or sensory fear. It is paripurnatvam. So when it is revealed, when a little bit of paripurnatvam comes to the surface, it takes the form of your mind. When you're in deep agony, nothing in front of you, it's all your own emotions. I'm so sad. Nothing is important to you because your grief is coming out of you. It means you are alone. Your Atma comes out, your Swayaswarupam comes out. It's Paramanandam. But it is filtered by your mind. Because everything is experienced in the gross body and mind as a vritti. Vritti is a pulsation. The Atma inside is called spandana, spurti. It's just pulsate. It's pulsating it. That's full of anandam. Sat anandam, satanandam. But when it is causing a revelation of expression as a vritti, as a thought, it is filtered by your mind. See, if a mind is full of anger or depression, delusion, this anandam is suppressed or reshaped into dukkha. You see? So sukha dukkham is not therefore something coming externally or something the object related. It is how my self-awareness is revealed to experience this life. The revelation comes through necessarily by embodiment. My embodiment is made out of this sthula sukshma karma sariras. Therefore, if my embodiments are impure, they will be filtered like that. Therefore, to have this anandam as anandam itself, paramasukam all the time, what do I have to do? Not searching for any object anywhere. No object can give you happiness. It's only you that makes yourself happy. I have to purify my mind. If the filter is completely cleansed, anandam comes out. Somebody blames me, anger doesn't come. So my emotions when comes out of it, it is pure of acceptance, happiness. Desire doesn't come. So when I am able to be in that state, every action I do will be automatically oriented towards a complete revelation of myself in my action. You become Vishwarupa Darshan. Your completeness is there in everything that you do. In your writing, you shine through. In your speech, you shine through. In your action, you shine through. In your death, you shine through. Because you are there as purity, as a deepam. Shreyas is attaining that goal. If I want to enumerate this simply, normally people say dharmartha kamam. Artha means the means for the life. Kama means enjoying that means. Dharma means doing power, getting power punya to accumulate for the next janma. So if you do dharma artha kama, you always get good life, life after life after life. This three is prayers. Put it together, it's prayers. No matter what you do, it's prayers. But if I'm doing all this, I do, but not for this, but for the moksha, liberation. That means I still do this teaching, studying, gardening, cooking, homa, but I do all that not for dharmartha kama, but moksha. The better way of understanding it, split into two parts. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Kama moksha means sadhyam. Kama means sukham. Moksha means anandam. Kama means pleasures of life. Moksha means liberation. Kama means samsaram. Moksha means mukti, liberation. Now, these two need sadhanas. The sadhanas are dharmartha. Whether you want kamam or moksham, you must follow dharmam and artham. If you take kama example, artha means, kama means here, I want to live a happy life. To do a happy life, what are the arthas I need? I need a house, job, nice wife, nice children, nice friends, nice satsangam, occasional pujas. Live happily. Do that. All the karmas that is given to you, do that. Accumulate punya. You will live happily in this world and the world after, world after. Prayers. No, I want moksha. What is moksha? That I don't need to be worried about all these things. I don't have fear. I am eternally living, free, independent. Not after death. Even now, I become a Jivan Mukta. What do I have to do? Dharmartha. Same to sadhanas. But here the artham becomes slightly different. The artha is I may do this seva and all this, but not for kama. I still have to teach. I still have to go and do the gardening. I still have to cook. I need to earn money. But I don't do it for kama, but moksha. So what do I have to do? I do these karyams as a karma yoga. I do it not because it gives me happiness, because it's what I need to do. Do I get happiness? No, I get ananda. I feel blissful. I'm peaceful. So when you start doing this way, would the punyam comes, papam comes? No, neither punyam nor papam comes. Punyam, papam comes because you want them. And I do annadanam, pushpadanam, samidadanam, I do. Whatever danam you do, you always ask for something. And you achieve the punyam. But when I do all those without asking anything, punyas do namaskaram to you and go away. Papa do namaskaram and go away. I have no burden. Hey, if I don't have punya, I may not get a good birth. I cannot go to Swarga. No, you don't even have a birth. But even if you want to have a birth, you will have whatever you need to do because you become an avatar. You're not having. What's the difference between avatara and janma? Janma is imposed by your karma palam. No, I like dogs and all the time hugging dogs, and even my deathbed, I have my dog and dog licks my face. That intensity becomes a vasana. I may become a dog or a dog breeder. So karma palam propels me. But I treat the dog same way with my peacock or with my employees or my children. Everybody to be equal, treat them. I have no attachment now. I was living a life of karma yogi. So it is a shreyas. Punya pavam isn't there. But if I have a residual karmas, if I take another birth, and because I have become a Shreya, Sriman, I take another birth only to complete my journey in Shreyas. So much I gave you just to clarify. So the two paths are different. Now he says, your doubt comes in. Okay, now I understand. Two paths are different. But why everybody takes only praise? If it is so obvious, Shreya is going to a liberation, 99.9% prefer praise, pravritti margam. Why is that? So he says, Shreyascha prayascha Manushyametah Tau Sambaritya Vivinakti Dhiraha Shreyo hi Dhiro Abhiprayaso Vnite Preyo Mando Yogashemat Vnite Shreyacha Preyacha Manushyametah. You take Manushyametah, you take Manushyametah. Shrey, he's saying, you think in your mind, Guru, I am not really looking for prayers and Shreyas. I just do what I need to do. The Guru says, yeah, but what happens in front of you? Shreyaha cha prayaha. Both Shreyas and prayers, Manushyan Yetaha. They approach the human being. In other words, in front of you, always there is Shreyas and prayers. They don't say that they are Shreyas and prayers. They come to you. So, if you have understanding that what is in front of you, Nachiketa's front of him was Tilottama, Urvashi, Ramba, Dhanam, Dhanyam, Pashupatra, all in front of him. In front of you, stock market, money, lotto, all that. So they approached a human being. Samparitya, how? Dhiraha Vivinakti. Dhiraha means dhira. Vedanta always comes with the word dhira. Sura is one who battles in the gross embodiments, entanglements. Di is the dhatu for buddhi. Dhiraha is one whose mind, intellect is in control. Buddhiman, seeker, who beseech Shreyas. The Dhiraha, what does he do? Samparitya, having clearly understanding them. That means he sees what is in front of him and is able to vivinakti. Vivinakti means discriminate. He says, oh, this is Shreyas, this is Preyas. We didn't know it until yesterday. Now, if you carefully understand, you will know when whatever that you need to do, whatever that comes to you, you have an option to differentiate whether it is a prayers or shreyas, whether it is going to lead to prayers marga or shreyas marga. And if you are able to differentiate that, you are an intelligent person, viveki, then such a dhira, he dhiraha, shreyaha, I mean, he chooses shreyaha, prayashaha, rather than prayers. He chooses, I will follow the shreyas. But the one who does not differentiate, who does not bother to understand, analyze what this action will lead into, like you and I, prayer vnite. So he chooses the prayers. Why does he choose the prayers? Yoga Sheman. For the Yoga Sheman, to attain yoga and Shema. What is, whenever we ask somebody, Yoga Shema. What is yoga means? Yoga means here, apraptasya prapti. That which you did not have, you attain. Anything that you don't have, you get, is called yoga. Hey, you got a yoga, unak, we say. You won a lottery. You won a bonus. Yoga. Something you attain that you did not have, apraptasya prapti. Praptasya rakshanam kshema. Whatever you attain, if you preserve it, that's kshema. So yogam means yearning, kshema means preserving what you earned. So if you look at our actions in life, we always like to earn something which we did not have. Yoga. And once you got it, you want to do everything to protect it. If I go and do this thing, I get the money. Then if I put the money in this bank, in this bond, in this investment. So yoga kshemam is what is driving us. Therefore, we don't differentiate what is prayers, what is shreyas, and we take the prayers. So he answered the question, why 99.9% of the people go to prayers? Because two reasons. A, they don't have the vivekam. Since they don't have vivekam, they chooses, they don't differentiate prayers and shreyas. Secondly, they have the yogakshemam as a lakshya. What is wrong with this? After all, we have to earn money and save it. We see how much time I have. Okay. The problem with, see, whatever I'm saying does not mean that therefore tomorrow you resign your job. You approach how you work, how you treat your earning, and how you spend your money, how you spend your life. Although it's for pravritti margam, prayers, you have an ability to convert that slowly and incrementally towards shreyas. And why you do that? You do that by understanding what is the dosham of this yogakshenam, the logat yogakshenam. There are panchadoshas. We saw that in the Patanjali Panchaklesham. Here I say panchadoshas. First one is anything that you get, you and I realize it, is temporal. Anityatva. Anityatva means they do not last forever. Is it not? Tell me anything that you think that you have in the yoga shema. Even though you know that it is anityatvam, you try to keep it safe, but you know it will go away. So that is the inherent dosham which we already know, but we don't contemplate on it. Jnana margam is always contemplation. Contemplation leads you to scrutiny. I didn't get this. I get so upset. This nice verse in this party, nobody told me. You get rage. But that fame will not last. Anityatva. If you contemplate on it, you don't rage. Second dosham is all this is adyandatva. Adyandavatva. It has got a beginning, it's got an end. It is inference. No, anityatva means temporary. Temporary means what? It has got a beginning, got an end. Adyandatva. It means all this that you deal in this world has got a beginning and an end. Because it's got a beginning and an end, it will happen someday because it will have a beginning. It will end someday. So there is nothing to worry that if you don't have something, it will happen someday, but it will also go away someday. Then the third one is called, I want a Merc, I bought a Merc. I want a GLD hybrid electric vehicle. Super, I was so happy. But next day, my neighbor got a Bentley. My milk looks obscene, old, dirty, poor, impoverished. What happened here? I started comparing Shadi side. Shadi Shadi means comparing one against the other. Invariably, it is happens to us. Therefore, it is a dosha. Then bandhagatva, fourth one. It binds you. I need to do it. I have to drink this coffee. 7 o'clock, I need to drink coffee. I like to enjoy talking about the Kumbhakarna coffee every time. I need to talk about this politics all the time. So you get addicted to this anityatvam, everything through the bandhagatva. Bandham means entrapment, vasana, away from the moksha. The last one is it never satisfies you. Apurnatva. Nothing satisfies you. It looks like satisfying, but it is always apurna. So these pancha doshas are there in everything that we do under prayers. But I need to have in the pravritti margam. So I deal with the prayers, but I have this pancha dosha vicharam in my mind. It's called vivekam. If I do the vivekam, and every time I take up an action, if I do this, what happens is that I slowly start converting my approach from prayers to Sreyas. How does it happen here? The exam question answer is because it's not that I'm going to give away my task and go away from this, but I'm going to do it without any expectation of the results to be. I'm going to do it as Ishwararpanam. I'm going to accept come whatever may be. In other words, I'm going to do as a karma yogam. It's still a prayers, but a supremely good towards the Shreyas. And the karma yogam turns into karma sannyasam. What is karma sannyasam? Karma yogam is right job, right attitude, Ishvara prasadam, but you still have the buddhi that I do it. Katrutrum bhaktutrum is that. That is karma yoga. You cannot say, I give up the ego. Ego cannot give up. I still do it, but I don't expect anything. That's perfectly fine. Karma yoga. But someday you even lose the thought that I do it. Like the sun shines, the tree blossoms, Mukund gives. Like that. You go like this. This karma sannyas. That means you converted your worldly actions to Shreyas. So nobody can see you outside. This guy goes to job, investment banker, give money, all this. He's in a pravritti margam. No, you are in a nivritti margam. You are doing karma yogam, karma sannyas. Because your focus is on liberation, Shreyas. I'm going to stop here. But what the context therefore is, Yamadharmaraja convinces himself that he chose the right disciple. Because he's going to say in the next mantra, you, Nachiketas, you chose prayers. Because prayers means these qualities, discrimination, dispassion, you demonstrated that. And mokshutvam, that you want this liberation. Therefore, you are the right person. You're going to say in the third and the fourth. And then from 5th to 13th, he still talks about this prayojanam. And 14th onwards, we go to the Atma Vidya. So let's do the Shanti part. Om Shagana Bhavatu
सहनावतु
Shagano Punaktu
सहनौ
Sahanau Punaktu
भुनक्तु
Sagaviryam Karavavakai
सह वीर्यं
Viryam
करवावहै
Karavavahai
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु
मा विद्विषावहै
मा
महाविद्विषावहै
विद्विषावहै
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
शान्तिः
हरिः ओं तत्सत्
हरि
हरि ओम
तत्सत्
तत्सत् Thank you.